want me to slip some hemlock into your next drink? Get out!
Okay. Right. Right. We're going to be finishing the Forgotten City today. Okay, we have some wine for Claudia. And then we're going to give the wine to Claudia without having to do anything for what's her name. So, joke's on you, I've already got one.
Ixion turns.
And then we need to get this guy nominated so we can get the last thing. The last stone thing. Why am I running all the way up here? Like, what? Why? Why am I running all the way up here?
All weapons are to be tossed into the cavern.
Fight me. Excuse me, I'm gonna go talk to your waifu.
Why are you still here? Thank you. Here's the letter.
Oh boy.
Now, perhaps you can tell me who 𝕱𝖚𝖐𝑍𝑎 really is.
What?
He's... Oh no, that's, quite a lot more serious than I imagined.
Hey.
I only wanted some leverage over him, not to destroy him. Give me that immediately. Nobody else must know. What? No. It was a lie of a mission. You were planning this all along. I curse you. This is outrageous.
Sorry, but it has to be done, lady. We're trying to save the world here. You wouldn't understand the magnitude.
Demetrius doesn't usually let anyone in here. I like that. What? So, it finally caught up with me. I suppose that makes you, what? One of Nero's assassins? So, you're not going to kill me? Oh, so much work and money. Oh, well, if I do it, you'd let me live?
Yeah. I guess.
Fine. Ruling this cesspit of a city would have been beneath me anyway. I'll have Demetrius notify the priestess of my withdrawal and release those two from debt bondage. There. You got what you wanted. Now, please, leave my villa and never speak to me again.
I love democracy.
Demetrius, are you listening?
Yes, sir.
I've made a decision to release 𝕱𝖚𝖙𝖐𝖚 and withdraw from the election. I want you to go and inform 𝕱𝖚𝖐𝑍𝑎.
Sir? Are you under duress, sir?
I just had a change of heart.
But you were on track to be magistrate, sir. All that work, All that money wasted.
Those are my orders. Carry them out.
As you wish, sir.
Alright. Trenchcoats, good to see you, though. We just so you know, we had, whatever his name is, that guy up there. Resigned for the election, so that's done.
Priestess, 𝕱𝖎𝖚𝖚 has decided to withdraw from the election.
Oh, well, that's surprising. But thank you for telling me. I'll let everyone know.
So now we should be able to get what's his name elected and then what's his name free, and therefore be able to.
Citizens, I have an announcement. 𝕱𝖚𝖚 has withdrawn his candidacy from today's election. Unless any new challengers are nominated by nightfall, Sentius will be re-elected magistrate by default. That is all.
Salve again, friend. I went... hey, alright.
So how do I get him to?
Ah, it's you again. Now. I can't see how I could vote for either candidate. Even I could do a better job. Me, I've bounced the idea around once or twice, mainly as a way of... But from what I hear, 𝕱𝖚𝖚 says the... And maybe that's not such a bad... He did? Oh, that was... unexpected. I wonder what could have possessed him to do that. Well, I guess it's time for me to step up then. I'll let 𝕱𝖚𝖚 know I'll be running. Alright,
Yeah.
see you around.
Awesome. And now we gotta get people to vote for him. Which should be easy to do.
How'd you do? Hello there, friend. What? Yeah? Certainly. Nothing illegal about it? Well, that's... very well.
Why do you have to pay that guy? Why? Hi.
You look well, my... Get... But...
Okay, good.
I hope...
He's gonna vote for him. Okay. Let's talk to her.
Feeling all right?
I'm doing great. Okay, so she doesn't look like she is going to vote for people, so let's talk to the... I'm aware of that.
Oi! How did you get in there, you cheeky lip? What now? I'm not going. Whatever.
He's not happy. Yep. All that money wasted. Money talks. I know. So we need to get people to vote for him.
Be careful who you trust.
Hi.
I know what kind.
Oh, right. We messed up with her. We literally saved her from dying, and then we say something stupid to her accidentally. And then she just hates us now.
But say I had he and now we share.
Don't believe a word they tell. Shalom, Fred.
Right.
Sentius, I suppose. I'd have to... Galerius, the farmer. He's a good man. All right, friend.
Why is this so hard to do? I'm gonna get you out, don't worry. And everything else can fall into place, I hope.
Whatever's in that great temple up there on the bluff, I bet it's worth a fortune.
Shiny. Salve and well.
So she's not important. So far I've only got one person who's gonna vote.
Salve.
Aye.
Well, since you've seen... My vote isn't... Well... All nice to talk.
Wait. Is it Sylvius? Hey, you.
Ah, you again.
Yes, me again.
Sentius. No. See.
Gosh darn it, people. So I need to get her to vote for him.
Citizen.
I refuse. Where are the rest of the guards when I want them?
Don't believe a word they tell you.
I haven't, really. Also, there's a door here. There's a door here, and I can't get through it because of the stupid statue in the way. I'm aware of that. Hi.
Oh, do us all a favour and drink hemlock.
Oh. She just wants me to die. Oh, nice of her. What do I do now? I liked it when all the guards went in one place. Now it's like, ah.
Citizen.
Be careful who
Can't
you
talk
trust.
to you because you're mad at me. Can't talk to the other lady because she's gone. I may have to create a paradox thing again to reset time and do everything. Do I have to get him to... No, because I have the letter. So I won't have to do all that again. I know where the Greek plaque is. Fine. Now we just have to get it, though. There you are.
Salve, Fred. Welcome to life. Ah, we've all been. I used to lay awake at night. I still...
She's not gonna vote anything either.
Ah.
Cry out loud.
Citizen.
Hey, Rufus, you're awesome. Rufus is probably the most, like, the coolest character in this game. Besides, of course, what's his name? The guy we're trying to get voted for. He's cool too. Now I
don't believe a word they tell you.
I'm gonna get lost so much. 2,000. Alright, just to change his vote. You're so greedy.
Hello? Hello? Bye-bye.
Hello.
My friend, he said he gave all up. Now, no. Do you love? But, like, I don't. Yeah. Bye bye.
Stop the game, please stop.
Bye bye.
It's right there, game.
Bye bye.
I think there was a time I could look at those stupid plaque, but now it's like, nope. What do I do? Where are the other guards when I want them?
Are they?
I'll fight you. There you are.
Fear is proof of it. What is it? Not that it's any of you, unfortunately. See, Demetrius has been the man's sent it this place. I appreciate in any case. Not see them sent this. Hey, in any. All right.
Hello. Can I finally talk to you?
Ugh. Oh. What? Is... No, surely not. Father, is this true?
I'm afraid it is.
I don't understand. Why? Why would you do such a thing?
Because she found a way out. And if you're wondering why I'm telling you this, it's because you're never going to remember any of it. All I have to do is commit a sin, and the day will begin again. Watch this. I'm going to kill you now.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Help me!
Ow. Well, that worked.
You? All right. What? I'll go.
Well, he just saved me a lot of trouble and time.
𝕱𝖎𝖓𝖎𝖏 just a but say I had he and now
Okay, so now
Hey, Virgil, how much would you want to make me a bow?
For the last time, Dacius, I'm not making you a bow.
But why?
You know why.
But how am I going to defend myself against someone else with a weapon?
There are no other weapons in the
I'm
city.
just going to help us swallow this. I think she's going to be all right.
So it wouldn't be an issue.
Galerius, you're
That's
amazing.
why I've got to get in first before someone else beats me to it.
I was just doing what the new guy told me.
I don't understand. How did... Never mind. Thank you so much for acting.
I kind of want to watch this all unfold.
Salve, Rufus. I hear your rheumatism has you so riled up you've been harassing Virgil.
What? My condition is nobody's business but mine.
There's no need for that. I just wanted to give you this willow bark to help you treat it.
A treatment? Really? Thank God. Finally, some relief after all this time. Thank you, Galerius. You're a good man. And I'll be sure to leave Virgil alone. I know I haven't been at my best lately.
Appreciate that. Now, I've got to run.
I want to see everything that he does. This is going to be amusing.
What now?
I have a message from Malleolus.
Yeah? Who's it from?
The Emperor. He knows Malleolus's real name is Quinctius, thanks to Claudia, and demands he withdraw from the election and release Ulpius and Iulia immediately.
Are you out of your mind, farm boy?
Domitius, that's enough.
What? You're not going to listen to this dolt, are you?
Galerius, all right, I'll withdraw, and Ulpius and Julia are free. I trust our business is concluded?
Yes, that ought to do it. I guess I'll go and tell Ulpius the good news then.
This is fun to watch unfold.
Citizen.
Okay, so apparently we can't ask him that.
We're free. We're free. Thank you. It seems fortune smiles on us after all. I'd better go and pay a visit to Julia immediately.
Citizen.
Julia! I'm so glad you didn't go through with it.
It wasn't for lack of trying. And now Malleolus is going
A
to...
golden bow, just
Wait.
like Apollo and
Why do
Diana.
you look so happy?
We're free. Malleolus just released us and we never have to set foot in that villa again.
What? How?
Galerius arranged it somehow.
Really? That's incredible.
So now,
What a relief. I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. Just rest up, get your strength back, and we'll celebrate properly when you're ready.
I will. Thank you, Ulpius. I will.
wonderful.
I hope you're coping.
Don't believe a word they tell you.
I just had a change of heart.
But you're on track to be magistrate, sir. All that work, all that
Yeah.
money.
Don't believe a word they tell you.
Alright, now, let's go talk to what's her name.
Citizen.
Can I talk to you yet? No, I can't.
Sorry, was there... Our priestess Equitia once told me it's the god's way of... But if that's the case, I mean, all it really does is make bad people better at hiding their sins. I've seen Malleolus, Claudia, and Domitius make grown men cry. Romans, they've got people running... I doubt it. I suppose... You mean my life story? Our father found good husbands for my sisters, but I wasn't, cut out for that kind of life. So he found me a job as a scribe for a prominent merchant. It was a good life for a while. Until 7 months, we must have had 100 workers passing buck, but they fell on deaf ears. My employer told me to grab what valuables I could and...
Oh, I see.
With the crowds. I remember diving into the river, and then... The next thing I knew, Thank you. All right.
Actually, can we do?
Oh. Really? Ah, as much the thing you need to know about her. One more thing. If you ask me. I remember Malleolus. I didn't see when he came back.
Right. Well, we don't. We have to get this guy to run for magistrate. Magistrate. I know I'm skipping over stuff. Those of you that are watching the stream after the fact. Where did Mr. Dooder go? So I know he's gonna.
Greetings and salutations.
I need to get that guy out of here. Where did you go, Galerius? Galeria? Oh, there you are. No, that's not him. That's Rufus.
Ave.
Hi.
On your best behavior, I trust?
Absolutely.
Don't believe a word they tell you.
So if I find wine... Well, I know what the wine is, but still, or slash, It's worth a shot, I suppose. She's an evil little creature, though. She starts off flirtatious, and then she... Then she proceeds to be the biggest. Coldest person ever known. Don't tell me I have to find all the plaques again. I am going to be so put out if I have to find all the plaques again. Tell me they'll all be there. That was way too much work to do all that over again.
Don't believe a word they tell you.
I don't. So you can chill. What's this? Sweet. That's cool. I was there. Oh, that's a nice reference. Reference to the guy who tried it, who bragged about being smarter. Hey, Connor. Good to see you, buddy. Yeah, well, I watched through his nose. So we have 1,000 denarii. But now let's go find Galerius and get him to run.
Ave.
So, where is he when I want him? The one time I want the guy, he is not around. You mean the
Be careful who you trust.
the scary one you made? That basically was a copy of the one in your Shiver video? Yeah, I saw it. Right now we're trying to find somebody. We're trying to find Galerius. And I'm slowly going bonkers because I don't know where he is.
Oh!
Wow, isn't that a big long bow?
Yep, I know, and you're nothing but trouble, aren't you, Aurelia? Where is Galerius? Let's go see if we can do this first. If we can't do this, it's fine. Aye.
And you're... Wow, since you bring that up...
We could mention the bow, we could mention the denarii, but she has a lot of denarii already. Read the long description. Okay.
So you do. And that would make you... Maybe if you... I take back... Let's just...
Gosh darn it. I even have wine.
I do... Well, even if you could get into my... Good... Alright.
Well, that was a waste of time. I need to find the dude. Where is he when I want him? He usually just pops up. That's the best part, best and worst part. Is he'll appear when I'm not looking for him. But when at one time I want him to appear.
Isn't the great temple
Where
majestic?
is he? Yes, I know about the priestess.
A new face. I beg your pardon? Oh my, that is quite a lot to take in. You'll have to give me a moment. Let's see. If that is indeed the case, I suppose we'd better figure out what to do about it, hadn't we? We don't have much to go on, except the old stories. I remember 4 in particular about Hercules.
Yeah, we know about all this.
Hercules was able to leave the underworld because he cowed its god with his strength. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wit. And finally, so it seems you have 2. May 4.
Okay, where is he?
Fear is proof of a degenerate mind.
How come you're allowed a weapon and I'm not?
Because I'm awesome. You're not. Where is he?
Fear
That's
is
quite an
proof of a
impressive bow you
degenerate
have
mind.
there. Just like Diana's.
So even though I have a bottle of wine, it doesn't matter, I guess. Oh boy, what do I do? What do I do? The funny thing though is that this place was built. So first it was the Medes, not the Medes in Persia. It was the Babylonians first. Then the Egyptians came here, and then the Greeks, and then the Romans. It's like 4 layers. So yeah, it's very cool. Where is he?
Don't believe a word they tell you.
Galerius, where are... Oh, wait, it could be. Nope, he's not over there. Where is he? The one time I want this guy to actually be around is the one time I can't find him. Yes, I already talked to the priest this game. If I have to do another time paradox thing just to keep an eye on him, I will do it. Where is he? I am going slowly crazy trying to find this guy. It's not over here. I knew that game. Yet the one guy I wanted to show up is not appearing.
All
Isn't the
weapons
great
are to be
temple
tossed into the
majestic?
chasm. Magistrate's orders.
Salve.
I will fight you.
Ah, a fellow traveler from a faraway land.
Yep. Absolutely.
This part of my shop is off limits, even for you, my sartorial friend.
I'll fight you. How you doing? I don't exactly play by the rules. Where is he?
Isn't
Keep an
the
eye out
great
for Scintilla,
temple
would you?
majestic?
I already know where Scintilla is.
How come you're allowed a weapon and I'm not?
Because I'm awesome.
Citizen.
Oh, don't mind me. I just live here.
The craziest thing I could probably do is start pillaging.
Ugh, this place has become a thoroughfare.
Ave.
Chests. Where did he go? I'll look at the description of the video of the stream counter. Right now, I feel like I'm beating my head against a wall. No. Okay, fine, whatever. Which is not fun.
Don't believe a word they
Is
tell
he?
you.
Keep an
Isn't
eye
the
out for
great
Scintilla,
temple
would you?
majestic?
Can I tell him about Scintilla?
What is it, Not that one. See, I appreciate you know. All right.
Wonder how much one of these. Yeah?
What does he mean by a few thousand, though?
Well, very well.
Can I talk to Rufus now and get him to vote for what's his name? Rufus! Rufus! There you are.
No.
Gosh darn. That's handy. Yeah, well, you're not helping much right now. Ugh. I could take her money, create a time paradox, go back in time, come back, make him do all that stuff again, make an impression upon her. I could do that. But I'm basically stuck as I'm not sure how to get people to vote for him. And I don't like being stuck.
Ah, 𝕱𝖎𝖙𝖎𝖓𝖓. But
So he's like the only one going to vote for Galerius. Which is crazy.
What? She's not. Had to carry it. What?
There you are. My gosh.
Salve again, friend. I went and did as you asked, and
I looked all over the place for you.
How is it possible? You're a bit like Sisyphus.
Hi, uncensored.
Sisyphus, he forced.
Good to see you, buddy.
Yeah. So, now I'm going to keep your secret. Oh, and if our conversations.
Okay, so he's running for magistrate already, so we don't have to worry about that. Ugh. Okay. I don't know how like, if we... I don't know how many more 1,000 denarii we have to give this guy to...
Don't you just love springtime?
To get him to vote. And I don't really feel like stealing denarii to do all that. It's like, sorry, I think it's raining. Might be just me. Okay. Oh, where?
Citizen.
Oh, where am I going to find? Wait. Tests.
Don't believe a word they tell you.
I just picked up goose eggs. What'd I pick up goose eggs for? Goat! No, I haven't yet. Uncensored. I've been busy running around like a person without a head. I wonder, does this refill? Because I already that time thing. be amazing. No, it doesn't. Rats. That would be amazing. Probably should, you know. Probably should.
Citizen. No. No, it's
you'd think, okay, you'd think I'd be able to say to him, you know, do me a favor, I did you a favor, vote for this guy, but it's like, what do I do?
𝕱𝖓𝖓.
Well, I've already gotten someone to leave the election, and I'm trying to get this guy elected because it's the only way we're gonna get somebody free from their cell, and therefore be able to free a guy and get the last plaque and finally win this game, or at least get the true ending to this game. And I've had to jump through so many hoops and do so many things and nearly lose my mind a few times. Like, I'm kind of losing my mind right now because I'm just like, I just want to finish this game. I know what I have to do. So, yeah. Motivated departure. Literally. Literally. Uncensored. That's what I'm trying to do. We got the, other candidate to leave by basically telling him that we know his true identity and stuff, and then we did a bunch of other things. Ay. Well, there's the key to Apollo. Can't take that. I finally found the key to Apollo. Key to... Where is it? Key to the shrine. Key to the chest in the shrine of Apollo. I can't be happier that I found that. Okay, which temple is Apollo's temple again? Yes, game. I know about the priestess. We've already talked to her. Thank you for telling me, though. Is it that one up there? Is that the temple of Apollo? Or is it... hold on. I'll be fine. This isn't helpful. Oh. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay. We're gonna do something crazy. And maybe a little rash. But I just read something. I found out how to get the thing out of the way. Which means we're going to have to steal from somebody to do it, though. Which means we're going to cause a time loop and blah 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 mess. It's fine.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
This is fine. Oh, crud. Alright. I like crazy, yep. Yep. Yes, I know, thank you, game. Alright, so, with this butch Tanari, we can either... We're gonna pay what's his name to vote. Ugh. And then everything should be fine. Wait, so if we have him do all this stuff, okay. Hi.
Oh. You. All right.
Go. Be free, dude. Okay, now. Basically, he's gonna do everything that we have been doing all this time. Run, dude, run!
The 49 melodies fetch
Tell-
again.
tell her
with
we know.
Incessant justice, but
Tell her we know where we are.
I had he enough.
And so that will calm her down. Now we're gonna get what's his name to change his vote, but we're gonna have to wait for him to do all that stuff. I've already watched him do all this, but I'm gonna let you. We're gonna watch him do all this.
Don't shoot. I'm no threat. You'll find what you're looking for in the avenue. Second building on your left. I've got to run.
Thank you. For your service to the Empire, I'll let you live for now, but you'd best make sure our paths don't cross again.
Cool. We actually did this to that guy, and we crushed him in that building over there.
Lucretia, no time to explain. I'm supposed to give you the silphium resin for Yulia.
What? Quick, give it here. I'm just going to help her swallow this. I think she's going to be alright. Galerius, you're amazing. How did you...
Basically, if we make him do all this stuff, he'll get voted just fine. Okay. That's good to know. Oops. So he's gonna run around and do all this stuff. So, do I talk to them? I'm gonna wait till he is done
Salve,
doing all
Rufus.
this.
I hear your rheumatism has you so riled up you've been harassing Virgil.
What? My condition is nobody's business but mine.
There's no need for that. I just wanted to give you this willow bark to help you treat it.
A treatment? Really? Thank God. Finally, some relief after all this time. Thank you, Galerius. You're a good man. And I'll be sure to leave Virgil alone. I know I haven't been at my best lately.
Appreciate that.
Here, Connor.
No, I've got to run.
What now?
I have a message from Malleolus.
Yeah? Who's it from?
The Emperor. He knows Malleolus's real name is Quinctius, thanks to Claudia, and demands he withdraw from the election and release Ulpius and Iulia immediately.
Are you out of your mind, farm boy?
Domitius, that's enough.
What? You're not going to listen to this dolt, are you?
Galerius, all right, I'll withdraw, and Ulpius and Julia are free. I trust our business is concluded?
Yes. That ought to do it. I guess I'll go and tell Ulpius the good news then.
Heh.
Wonder how much one of these statues is worth. Hello there. Well. Oh well. Malia. Very well.
Okay, we have to wait a bit. Hold on. We have to wait till he tells her, and then she tells them. So much work. So much work.
I'm so glad you didn't go through with it.
It wasn't for lack of trying. And now Malleolus is going to... Wait. Why do you look so happy?
We're free. Malleolus just released us and we never have to set foot in that villa again.
What? How?
Galerius arranged it somehow.
Really? That's... incredible. Oh, what a relief. I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything. Just rest up, get your strength back, and we'll celebrate properly when you're ready.
I will. Thank you, Ulpius. I will.
Domitius, are you listening?
Yes, sir.
I've made a decision to withdraw from the election. I want you to go and inform 𝕱𝖏𝖏.
Sir? Are you under duress, sir?
I've just had a change of heart.
But you were on track to be magistrate, sir. All that work, all that money, wasted.
Those are my orders. Carry them out.
As you wish, sir.
For growing patience. Yeah, I have done. I am good. Like this place, I've seen enough of this place. This place is beautiful and all, but I just want to be done with it.
Priestess, Malleolus has decided to withdraw from the election.
Oh, well, that's surprising. But thank you for telling me. I'll let everyone know.
Like it's kind of like it's kind of like the equivalent of when I worked on a mansion. I helped a friend on a mansion, and the first first 2 days, like the first day I went into that place, I was like amazed and oohing and awing, because I've never been in a mansion before in my life. It had like 4 floors. It was freaking huge.
I'd like to nominate myself, if that's all right.
Of course, Galerius. That's your right. Citizens, the election will proceed.
𝕱𝖏𝖏 again? How is it? Oh. Hey, all right.
All right, now
How'd you
you.
do? Hello? Well. Oh well. Sentius, I... Yeah? So... Pleasure doing business. Very well.
There, I just paid him 3,000 denarii, even though I don't think I needed to, but whatever. Now we wait. I suppose. Okay. Alright, so those of you that are wondering, especially you, Uncensored, because you haven't been here for most of the game. So basically, this place is, as it said, is the underworld. The way this place started out, it's kind of like a limbo. This place started with the Babylonians, and then the Egyptians, then the Greeks, then the Romans. That's what's happened. We're just trying to get out of here now, and
On your best behavior, I trust.
I'll fight you. And it's hard.
Ugh, this place has become a thoroughfare.
It's exhausting, really. Like, it was fun. It's been fun. This game is it's fun.
On your best behavior, I trust.
But it's also exhausting. Because I've been literally running around doing everything, basically, in summary. Also, I thought it was a person. Wow. Running errands and doing all kinds of crazy things.
Isn't the great temple majestic?
Yeah, it is. I want to know how to get the chest that's inside it, ? So, yeah. It's been a very interesting game, though. But now we wait. So there are only 2 instances where the golden rule hasn't been broken. The golden rule being, as you heard, many shall suffer for the sins of the one. Basically, I'll just explain. The first person who didn't break the golden rule technically is the only 2 people who somehow haven't, but did something, are the bar lady and, of course, the magistrate that hired us to do what we're doing right now. The reason being for the bar lady is because the bar lady told Yulia that there was a way out, but she had to pay 1,000 denarii for it. And when Yulia paid 1,000 denarii, the bar lady gave her hemlock and said, "That's your way out." But Yulia didn't take the hemlock immediately, and ended up being in bondage towards the bartender lady for a long time. So she ended up taking the hemlock of her free will, so that's how the golden rule wasn't broken. As for the magistrate, one of his daughters found a way out, so what he did was he locked her up in the sewers, and since this place doesn't want people to escape, as there already had been an attempt, and basically everyone who tried to escape turned to gold, again the golden rule isn't broken. The being running the show is Apollo. No, not Apollo. Pluto. Although we're gonna confront Pluto and basically tell him that he's a monster. And it's gonna be very interesting. Does it sound complicated? A little bit. But that's basically the summary of everything that's going on in this game. It's crazy. But the best part is that this game was made by 3 people, and this game is based off of a Skyrim mod, which is kind of funny when you think about it. That someone basically took a Skyrim mod, put it into an Unreal Engine, and made its own thing. And basically, it's Skyrim if it was on Unreal Engine 4, which would be awesome. Yeah, I know, right? And I love the fact you make that reference. Pluto, come here. I'm sorry I have to do this to you, Pluto. Have a seat. We've decided that you're now a planet. Oh, where am I?
It's quite an impressive.
Well, I guess we guessed you're just a big nothing. Oh, can I still float around the sun? Feel free. Ah, ah, ah. What are you? I'm just a big nothing. Epitome of hyperbole. Brian Regan.
Be careful who you trust.
Yeah, I love Brian Regan, so... It's either that or we talk about bacon jokes. If he says anything more about bacon, I'm gonna kill him. Jim Gaffigan. Birth, weddings, or where the bride gets to be a princess for a day. And then they have an unjustified vacation. Bring thy wallet. I don't understand why they did that. Because anything with I thought anything with an atmosphere is a planet. And Pluto has an atmosphere, doesn't it? Doesn't it? And for the longest time, Pluto was considered a planet.
Isn't the great temple majestic?
Yes. What am I gonna do? I am not sure what to do now, guys. But I have a key to a chest in Apollo's temple.
A golden bow, just like Apollo and Diana's.
Good job.
Citizen.
I refuse. You're awesome. Rufius and Galerius are the best characters in this whole game, honestly. Rufius is... He may act grumpy, but he's actually He's a very nice guy. He's just upset. All the time. And Galerius is just epic.
How much one of these statues is worth on the outside?
Gosh darn it, Odysseus.
Shining.
Also, this girl here, I think she likes me. For many reasons in one. So yeah, that's the grand summary of things. I'm just wandering around because I don't know how to make time pass. There's only been one time. Count them, one.
A new face. Oh. It must be completed by dusk. It'll be between Sentius, the incumbent, and Galerius, the challenger. Why do you ask? As I said, I'm planning to hold it before. Well, I wouldn't describe... Yeah, very well. Citizens,
Hop to it. I want to get this done now.
let us meet to elect our magistrate.
Time to go to the theater.
So hopefully we'll be able to free... I don't know. I just think that Pluto needs to be... I need to find some... If there's one thing... There's one thing I want to do. Ooh. Ow. I'm not gonna question how I found a chest full of denarii up there, but okay. So I have 3,000 denarii. Please work. I'm tired. I just want to. I want to get into the temple and confront this guy already. I want to make him tremble at his little boots.
Citizens, we have a quorate body of voters gathered here.
Yes, Gunnar. Ow.
City's magistrate. The candidates are Sextus Sentius Imperiosus and
Imperiosus.
nominee Gallus Galerius Helva. Marcus Malleolus Gurges withdrew his candidacy earlier today. As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name, call your vote. I'll start with you, Horatius.
Sentius, of course.
Georgius.
Galerius. He saved the life of my dear friend Fabia.
Dacius.
Galerius.
Virgil.
The man who put a stop to the threats I've been receiving. Galerius.
Ulpius.
Galerius, the man who saved my life.
Rufius.
The man who treated my rheumatism. Galerius.
Citizens, you have made your decision. Your new magistrate is Gallus Galerius Helva.
What?
It has been decided. Magistrate Galerius,
I will end your
would you
pathetic
like to make a
existence.
brief address?
I just want to say, this isn't something I ever wanted. Now that you've put your trust in me, I'm going to do everything I can not to let you down. I'll need some time to put together a list of the changes I want to make around here. But I promise you, there will be changes. My first order is that Dooley is to be freed. Horatius, release him from his cell immediately. Please. Wait, do I need to say please? I suppose not. That's it. You can all get on with your day. Nothing else to see here. Move along.
Ugh, freaking finally.
Salve.
Good gosh. Let this guy out so I can get his things so I can move on with my life. Please! Please!
Ave.
Shut up. Hi.
Fortune smiles on you today, Duilius. Magistrate Galerius here has ordered your release.
You're going to let me out of here?
I'm sorry it took so long, my friend. And it wouldn't have happened at all if it wasn't for a newcomer. So be sure to offer your thanks when you can.
I will. I will. Thank you, Galerius. I'm so happy.
I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got a lot of work ahead of me. Why don't you go to the baths? Then tell Georgius I said you could have some new clothes. Then I want you to go home and rest. I'll speak with you soon, Dooley.
Hi.
Oh, thank you. You can have, and maybe you can help my friend Hannibal, but before... What was in there? Oh,
maybe it is treasure. I can see it for myself.
Yes!
So pretty. And it's just lying out here in the open. Maybe nobody wants it anymore. Maybe no one will mind if I just take it.
Frida.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Save yourselves!
That man lives badly. He does not know how to die.
I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. Don't talk to me about it. I don't want to talk about it. Kill me. Dude.
Salvage. You put. Alright. I'll go.
Bye. I ain't got places to be. I let the guy out immediately steal something. I just want to throw him off a cliff. It's like, seriously? Also, if you want to know where I got... Absolutely, Connor. If you want to know where I got the gold bow from, I went into the Temple of Diana, swapped the gold bow for a wood bow, or swapped the wood bow for a gold bow, and voila. I did it. I'm finally in. I made it. We can. Yes. Yes. Oh. Oh, I've. Let's see. Okay, so. So, Pluto. Okay. Okay, I'll have to keep this noted here. Okay. Hades, Pluto, Hades, Osiris, Nurgle. Got it. Look at that. It's Earth. Haven't seen it in years. Yeah, we do. My brain freaking hurts. Hi.
And here you are. Allow me to introduce myself. As you have already gathered, I've been known by many names. Nergal to the Sumerians, Osiris to the Egyptians, Hades to the Greeks, and Pluto to the Romans. But the one constant through it all has been my title, god of the underworld. And I've been watching you with curiosity, mortal, ever since your arrival. You're unlike the others, aren't you? And what is more, you carry a weapon that was never intended for mortals to wield, and you do it so brazenly. But there will be time for your reckoning later. First, as a reward for undoing the desecration of my obelisk, I will allow you to satisfy your curiosity. Ask what you will.
Right. What I'm gonna do is I'm following this guide, basically, because I have no idea. I want to just get this done.
My story is many thousands of years long. You will need to be more specific. What do you wish to know? It is a matter of perspective. God is a label I was given by you mortals, not one I gave myself. Your ancestors revered me because to them, my knowledge and technology made me incomprehensibly powerful, just as you might seem so to an insect. But despite all that, there are rules even I must obey. My kin and I all adopted this form long ago, so that we might better understand and communicate with your kind. In time, we grew fond of the sensory delights it affords: desire, joy, ecstasy, even rage and sorrow, while an acquired taste can be addictive. No. Long ago, I swore to 𝕱𝖚𝖓 that I would remain in this form for as long as we remained among your kind. I must honor that.
Oh, how sweet.
This is my beloved. Like me, she has been known by many names. 𝕱𝖚𝖙 to the Sumerians, Isis to the Egyptians, Persephone to the Greeks, and 𝕱𝖚𝖓 to the Romans. Or perhaps you might know her as the goddess of springtime, the cycle of life and renewal. Your gaze lingers too long.
Getting jealous, buddy.
That is my servant. You would have met by the river, though she wears many faces and goes by many names. Qumutabal to the Sumerians, Kirti to the Egyptians, Charon to the Greeks, and Charon to the Romans. Her role is to ferry souls between the mortal world and this one, and to make their transition as seamless as possible. For that, she earned herself the infamous, if erroneous, moniker, the Ferryman. You will talk more later. For now, ask your questions. As you wish. It has come to be known simply as the Underworld, and it exists because of a wager I made long ago. That is a long story, one that began over 3,000 years ago and continues to this day. You see, long ago my kin and I set out from our home on Elysium to search for other forms of life among the stars. We discovered your planet and witnessed your kind evolving from primates into something lawless and barbaric. You all but destroyed yourselves, your 2 short lives being extinguished by violence and ignorance and disease. Yet 𝕱𝖚𝖓 saw raw potential in you, and persuaded the rest of us it would be squandered without our intervention and stewardship. So we revealed ourselves to your people in a place called Sumer. We offered guidance in agriculture, toolcraft, and law, and you called us gods. For a time you flourished, but soon you were too many for us to oversee. And as you spread from that cradle of civilization, we saw something disturbing. We had sown the seeds of dependency and confusion, and soon you returned to your old ways of violence and ignorance, this time in our name. My kin had seen enough, and gave up on your kind, condemning you as barbaric and chaotic, scarce.
Oh, nice.
We began preparations to return to Elysium, our home world, a utopia unspoilt by conflict and unimaginable in its beauty. But my Proserpina could not bear to abandon your kind without guidance, and knowing it would force the rest of us to leave her behind, she made an extraordinary sacrifice. She gave up her immortality to descend permanently to the ranks of humankind. And so she began her inescapable trajectory toward death. Horrified, I acted swiftly. I placed her in suspended animation in a deep frozen sleep to prevent age and sickness from claiming her. And then I pleaded with Proserpina's father, who the Romans called Jupiter, to bring her with us to Elysium. It was and is my hope that once there, we might one day learn to undo what she has done to herself. But he refused. I did everything I could to persuade him, but he would not relent. He would rigidly uphold his final pronouncement. Humans were unworthy of ascension to Elysium, and no exceptions would be made. But seeing that I was aggrieved, he proposed a wager, the terms of which were as follows. If even one human city could prove itself capable of living without sin for a single year, then Proserpina and all of humanity would be permitted to join us in Elysium. My part would be to remain behind, the last of my kind, to watch over you, without interfering, and to sit in silent judgment. And so my reward has been to languish here, enduring a 3,000-year winter, waiting for the day your kind proves itself worthy of her faith in you, so that I might take her with me to Elysium and unthaw my goddess of springtime. And here I am, after all this time, still waiting. There were also gods who, like me, have been known by many names, but perhaps you knew them by their Roman names. Our leader Jupiter, as well as Neptune, Saturn, Juno, Minerva, Mars, Venus, Apollo, Diana, Vulcan, Vesta, Ceres, and of course, my beloved Proserpina. As the first wave of your kind arrived from Sumer, I had them build a city in their own fashion, so that they might be comfortable and recreate their lives here. I had them build the entrance as a vertical shaft leading to baths, to cleanse them of the sins of their former lives, and to prevent escape. I watched wave after wave of Sumerians arrive, and as their civilization declined over the centuries, they were replaced by Egyptians. Of course, believing themselves to be the superior civilization, the Egyptians promptly built over what had been built before, and made all the same mistakes. After another 1,000 years, the Greeks began to arrive, and then the Romans, and they all did the same thing. They built upon the underworlds of their predecessors, renamed their gods, and ensured their foundations were forgotten.
Yep, that's true, Uncensored. He's gonna be there a while.
To ensure the wager was fair, it was important that my subjects were chosen.
Because it's impossible.
To this end, I had my servant distribute 1,000 tokens fashioned from silver, a rare element at the time, across all of Sumer. Whoever died while in possession of one of them would be located by my servant and ferried to this place, with no memory of how they arrived. As the tokens were discovered, they were traded, smelted, and fashioned into trinkets, and eventually coins, spreading to Egypt like seeds on the wind. Later, when they spread to Greece, they would come to be known as Charon's obol, or as coins for the ferrymen. Some placed coins in the mouths of their dead, hoping they would awaken here, though they had no way of knowing which coins were fashioned from the original tokens. In fact, almost all of the tokens are accounted for, only 2 remain. And so after this wave destroys itself, as it is destined to do, your kind will have squandered the last of its potential to ascend beyond this rock, and Persepolis along with it. It is a regrettable story. One of the first men who came to this place was a king of Sumer, and a troublemaker. To be rid of him, I returned him to his people, on the condition that my servant erased his memories of this place. But the erasure did not take completely, and he told stories of this place as if describing memories of a dream. His tales were committed to writing, which came to be known as the
Book of Gilgamesh.
And his words were twisted and distorted over generations. Later, the Egyptians would adapt Sumer's stories of the underworld, making them wildly intricate and labyrinthine. Their Book of the Dead and Book of Gates bore less and less resemblance to this place in their priests' pursuit of profit. Then, when the Greeks began to arrive, they proved far more cunning, and in a series of incidents that will not be repeated, 5 of them escaped. A warrior named Heracles, 2 kings named Sisyphus and Theseus, a poet named Orpheus, and a Trojan named Aeneas. They each told embellished tales of this place, how to get here, and how to escape. And so from Sumer to Egypt, Greece to Rome, your kind has always told each other stories about this place, though each story contained only a seed of truth.
Wow. Okay, that's very interesting. You guys still with him, right? You guys still with him? Alright.
Of course. That is merely the name your people have given to it, but yes, it is my doing. I've always considered that the cornerstone of morality is the ability to determine right from wrong on one's own. No attempt to lay out rules like your Code of Hammurabi or your 12 Tables of the Roman Republic can ever cover all possible scenarios. This should come as no surprise to you, since the core principle has been expressed in many forms by many of your civilizations. The Egyptians made a rudimentary attempt with do to the doer to make him do. The Greeks refined it with avoid doing what you would blame others for doing. The Roman Stoics added treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Even the so-called cultists hiding among you often say do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It is the simplest of concepts, and even
he hasn't moved at all.
To apply it to any situation. Yet none of the peoples who expressed this rule were able to uphold it. Curious, is it not? For you, perhaps. Do you plan to speak in sweeping generalizations, or are you going to give me an example? The midwife in the palace, yes. How is that inconsistent with the rule? The rule is do unto others, meaning other people. Those statues are something else now. Bloodless shadows, mere shapes of their former selves. They are forsaken. What happens to them is no concern of mine. Applying this rule always requires us to interpret the meaning of the words. A literal interpretation helps to minimize the ambiguities of your primitive language. Supposing you're right, and my law has been broken, and I should turn you all to gold immediately. Is that what you want? Now tell me, what other sins do you believe I have overlooked? Do you honestly think you could do better? I should strike you down for that. Now, did you have any other questions before your reckoning? Very well. Good. And now it is time for your reckoning. Only, it seems, something is wrong. It has long been with you. But when I peer into you, I see only a blank slate, as if you did not exist. Charon, where did you find this one?
I do not remember ferrying you. How did you come here? If that is true, then I sense the intervention of someone powerful.
How did you come to be in this time, mortal? Who brought you here?
We cannot know.
I do not know. My kin departed long ago, and Proserpine has slumbered for 3,000 years. Tread lightly, mortal. Enough of this. It seems I will need to put your reckoning on hold for now. But answer this. Why have you come here? What is it you seek? Ha 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 ha. Your hubris is amusing, so I will allow you to make your case. But I warn you, if you anger me or waste my time with lies or wrong-headed arguments, you face death here. So, tell me, why should I put an end to the so-called Golden Rule? How so? And be specific. You have made a grave allegation, and I expect you to back it up. True. I have witnessed him doing that. He is a volatile and confused fellow, that one. His cruelty does seem to grow greater by the day. Pathetic. You will need to do a lot better than that. That is a very serious accusation, mortal. What sin have I committed? What evidence do you have to support it? Every one of those people was guilty of failing to ensure their peers lived virtuously. They failed collectively, and so they were punished collectively. The Romans understand this, as did the Greeks before them. Ah, but I'm a god, and you are a mortal. Why would you expect me to treat you as I treat my own kind? You are not a peer. You are not a respected equal. Let me ask you this. Do you treat insects as you wish to be treated? Do you care for their well-being as you would your fellow man? Do you ensure they have food and shelter and protection from predators? Do you give them rights? Of course not, because that would be absurd, just as it would be absurd for me to treat your kind as equals. Where to begin? Our lifespans exceed yours by thousands of years, in which time we accumulate vast wisdom and a mastery of technology you cannot begin to imagine. Because that is the source of our power over you. You could say that. My kin have no superiors. That is true. Go on. Make your point, mortal. Let me ponder that for a moment. If you are right, then it would follow that all this time, I have been in the wrong. But no. The very thought of it grieves me. How can I accept your argument, when doing so would make me a tyrant and a monster? Wait, what? What are you saying? You have spoken eloquently, and yet, if what you say is true, it follows that my wager was fatally flawed from the beginning. But that would mean Jupiter, 𝕱𝖎𝖓𝖓's father, who knew more about you than anyone, proposed a wager I could never win. Why would he do that? A mistake? But he is the best and greatest of us. Your words sting me, mortal. But perhaps it is what I deserve. As difficult as this is to admit, I have suspected as much for a long time now. And I cannot deny it any longer. I've been so fixated on taking my beloved to Elysium that every time one of you sinned, it wore away my hope of being with her again. In time, I began to despise your kind for making her believe that you could ever be better than you are. But my rage was not born of malice. Quite the opposite. Everything I have done, I did because I loved her. Who knew this empathy of yours, which you celebrate so much, could have such a dark underside? This has gone on too long. It is time for me to let go of this form, of her, of all of you. But know this, if I abandon the wager and leave for Elysium, neither she nor your kind may ever ascend. Very well. I will have Charon make arrangements to ferry the others. But as for you, be aware you will be separated from the rest. Once this exodus begins, the events that brought you to this moment will never have taken place, and you will have created a paradox. What will become of you is difficult to predict, but that is the risk you have taken by interfering in the natural flow of time. Now, are you ready? Farewell, mortal.
Oh. Hi there. Gave me a bit of a fright. Thought I was in here alone. I'm Al. Well, here I am. Oh, did that lady in the forest send you in here after me? I guess I lost track of time, learning about the history of this place, and it is extraordinary. I'm fairly certain you and I are the first people to set foot in this city for about 2,000 years. Fortunately for us, the last person in here was a Roman man named Galerius, who inscribed an account into a tablet. Apparently, there was a community of 20-something people trapped in here, and living in fear of a curse they called the Golden Rule. They believed that if even one person sinned, an unknown god would cast them all into gold, like the 1,000 people who'd lived here before them. Then, one day, just as Galerius had finished praying for a good harvest at the shrine of Proserpina, an oracle appeared and told him how to solve the ills of the city, like saving the life of a dying woman, foiling an assassination attempt, and so on. Meanwhile, the oracle walked up to the temple of the mysterious god, this one right here, and demanded an audience, and the doors just opened up to him. Nobody knows what went on in there, but Galerius wrote the oracle must have been more persuasive than Odysseus, because the next thing he knew, the ground shook, and the voice of that god rang out over the city. The many have suffered long enough. Unfortunately, Galerius' account just sort of stops after that, leaving a lot of questions unanswered. What became of him, and the other people who lived here? What happened to all the golden statues? And did this mysterious oracle single-handedly undo the curse that had terrorized people for hundreds of years? I don't know, it reads like... Anyway, I think I found a way out through the aqueduct that brought water into the city. Follow me.
Ugh, good. Wonderful. So I believe that's the true ending that we got. I hope. There is a way you can save everybody, but I'm not gonna do that. I mean, technically we did just save everybody, but there's a way to, you know, to save everybody at the very beginning by telling...
I'm gonna pause here for a moment and make sure nobody else has ever lured into this temple. You go on ahead.
So yeah, fun. Fun, 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 fun. And we're going back to all the way where we started, right here where Karen is.
You're back. Oh, what a relief.
Or Charon.
Thank you so much. I was beginning to think you'd both become trapped in there.
Ah, I see.
Oh.
I thought you might. Well, now you know. I suppose you have questions. You can just call me Charon, if you like. I am sorry I was not completely honest with you when we first met. I do not enjoy deceiving people. Believe me, I do not. But I have learned, from 5,000 years of experience, that most people find comfort in familiarity, in gradual change, and coming to see the truth in their own time. That you died, of course. You were dead when I brought you here. My role, as the servant of the god of the underworld, has always been to assist the chosen to cross the threshold from the land of the living to the land of the dead. Usually, when people do not remember how they died, It is because they suffered a terrible trauma. Most souls would rather not remember. Ask yourself honestly, do you really want to know?
I'd say yes.
As you wish. You were murdered. You made a purchase in a marketplace, and the change you received was, by mistake, a single silver coin of ancient origin. You were seen inspecting it, and soon after, you were set upon by 2 thieves. The shopkeeper who had given you the coin saw the scuffle break out and leapt to your aid. You both fought bravely, but your assailants were armed, and you were not. There was nothing you or your ally could have done. He died instantly at the scene, and you followed a few hours later. That man's name was 𝕱𝖎𝖓𝖏. You were each in possession of a sacred coin, called Charon's opal by some, and so it was my duty to bring you here. It means I am now bereft of purpose. There is nobody else to ferry here, nobody to keep you company. After 5,000 years, the underworld has finally run its course. I see no point in keeping you here, but I have to ask one thing. That you keep this to yourself.
Look! Here comes Al now. Al! It's
Well
so good to see
played.
you were gone so long I thought I'd never see you again.
Kinda lost track of time in there. You wouldn't believe what we found. The ruins of a long-forgotten city. And there was a tablet describing an oracle who confronted a god and undid an ancient curse.
Sounds like quite a story, and I look forward to hearing all about it. But you two look exhausted. Why don't you hop in my boat and rest while I ferry you back to civilization?
Sounds good to me.
And you? Are you ready to go home?
Sure. 1 year later.
Hey, you made it. It's great to see you again. After everything you've been through, I thought you might appreciate some good news. So after we got back to the real world, I started doing some research into the people mentioned in Galerius' tablet, and I found something strange. I'm sorry I've been so cryptic. I've been dying to tell you, I just really wanted you to see this for yourself. Why don't you head on down there? I'll catch up with you at the other end.
Oh, there he is! You're finally here. Remember me? It's a crazy story. After you disappeared, Charon appeared and told us she was returning us to the world. Even gave us some coins to help us start our lives over. Only, for some reason, she returned us to your world instead of ours. Anyway, I know we only ever had that one conversation, and I wasn't even sure if you'd remember me, but I wanted to say thanks for freeing us from the underworld and giving us a second chance at life.
I don't know why I'm so happy.
Oh, I used Charon's gift to buy a farm in Umbria. Got a villa on it too, with enough room for Dooley, of course. It's hard work, but I sleep soundly every night. I'm finally my own man, and I wouldn't change it for the world. I know! I can't believe my luck either. But we're engaged
So cute.
and living together. We're planning to get married next spring. If you're going to be around, we'd love to see you there. Of course, there's a whole museum full of people waiting for a chance to thank you, so you better keep moving. We'll speak again soon, my friend.
You're here. It's lovely to finally meet you. Galerius told me all about you. So, you're the hero who somehow vanquished the last of the Roman gods. As I'm a priestess, you realize you've put me out of work. I'm
Oops.
just teasing. Actually, And it still feels a little sacrilegious to say this. I'm finding life after religion quite enjoyable.
Good.
Galerius and I are engaged and expecting.
Oh,
We've just
they did
bought
the
a
thing.
lovely
They
villa
did
in
the
the
thing.
countryside,
They did the
with
thing.
room for a large family, and Dooley too, of course. It feels like the world has just opened up for us. There's so much to learn, and so many more possibilities for our children than we ever imagined. We're just so thankful for what you did for us, for all of us. Oh, it's sweet of you to ask. She recovered nicely. In fact, she's here somewhere, if you'd like to ask her yourself. See you at the wedding, I hope.
Oh, I'll be there. I'm just so happy. It's like all of the...
Hello, I'm Dooley.
It's like all of that labor family. Ugh.
Galerius said you're very nice and a big helper. Thank you for
My
getting us
goodness,
out
there's a
of
lot
the
of work.
bad place. I didn't like it. I live at Galerius and 𝕱𝖎𝖚𝖚𝖚𝖚𝖚𝖚𝖚𝖚𝖚𝑎's house. They look after me now and help me remember when I forget things, like brushing my teeth. Treasure? Oh, I forgot about that. I like my box now. Galerius got me a box that tells stories. It's my favourite thing.
Oh,
Bye-bye.
it's so cute. Julia. You evil. Not you.
You're the Oracle, right?
Yep.
Oh, of course, sorry. And I never got a chance to thank you for telling Galerius how to save my life. And of course, getting me and all of us out of a terrible situation. Oh, I barely recognize myself. I'm living in a house share in London with my wonderful girlfriend. And I'm studying English at university. Eventually, I want to travel the world and write about it. Turns out, it's about 30 times bigger than the Roman Empire ever was. Did you know there are entire continents Rome never knew existed?
Yep.
And you can travel almost anywhere in an aircraft, which is rather like flying on a Pegasus, but much more comfortable. Oh, sorry, you already know all that, of course. I'm just so excited. There's so much to see and learn and write about. I have noticed people from your time have no idea how fortunate they are. I hope to change that.
Yeah, that's true. We have no
One
idea.
day. Last I heard, Malleolus kept insisting he was the last rightful
Hi
ruler
there.
of the Roman Empire, and wound up being committed to a psychiatric hospital. As for Claudia, she was always so viciously unhappy. Someone said she'd blown all her money on wine, trying to drink herself back to the underworld. After the horrific way they treated Ulpius and me, I can't help feeling a sense of... what's that German word? Schadenfreude? I couldn't agree more. Ugh, someone told me she was boasting about getting her claws into some rich prince, and how she was going to be living the high life from now on. Even in your time, life still isn't fair. Apparently, he'd proposed before they'd even met. And last I heard, she'd bought herself a first-class one-way ticket to join him in some exotic place called... what was it? Nigeria? Some people have all the luck. Really? Huh. I feel better already. Thank you. You too! If you're ever in London, let me know. We can go to bars and drink wine and listen to the stories of the 9 million people who live there. I hope so.
Look at you.
You are here. It's nice to finally meet you. Lucy is fine.
Lucy.
I'm making an effort to blend in, as you can see. We are all trying to keep a low profile. If the world knew we died 2,000 years ago and were suddenly brought back to life 12 months ago, they'd never leave us alone. Speaking of which, I wanted to say thank you in person. I'd say the gods smile on you, but I hear you drove the last of them off. So... I'm studying to get into medical school.
I'm not sorry about
As much
driving
as
him
I
off
resented
either.
the responsibility of keeping everyone in the city alive. When it ended, I realized I missed it. So I guess I'll just keep saving the world, if begrudgingly, one patient at a time. You too, don't be a stranger.
You're so precious. Gorgeous.
Greetings. You must be the legendary oracle. It is a sincere privilege to finally make your acquaintance. I am 𝕱𝖎𝖓𝖎𝖓𝖌. I am told we have you to thank for freeing us from Hades, and for that I am most grateful. I am reacquainting myself with Greece. It has changed so much over the last 2,000 years, I barely recognize it. This is at once heartbreaking and thrilling. Perhaps one day, once I have seen all of this new Greece and sampled her delights, I will settle down in Santorini in a villa overlooking the Azure-Aegean Sea. I hope you will join me there and regale me with the story of how you faced off against the fearsome god of the underworld and won. You too, my friend.
Well, look at you, Fabia, in your leopard
the one we've
dress.
been waiting
I love
for.
it.
I'm Fabia.
Hi.
I wanted to say thanks for sending Galerius to save my life. I don't know how you knew, but I would have been crushed by that shrine for sure. I'm just so happy to be here with you and everyone together again, even if it's just for one more night. Well, it's not like I have to work with all the silver Charon gave me, so I just do what makes me happy. Mostly that
I'm
means
jealous.
baking for my friends and looking at memes while binging TV
Oh,
shows in
Trenchcoat.
yoga pants.
We're at the
What a time to be alive.
we're at the end of the game, basically. Where everyone's thanking us. You're gonna have to go back and watch the debate I had with Hades. It was epic.
Thank you. I really am. You too.
Look, it's the hermit.
I take it you're the oracle everybody's talking about. It's a pleasure to finally meet you.
I wonder if we ever we'll find out his name.
We have. I'm sorry, I don't remember. In any case, I'm Philip. I never thought I'd leave that cave, let alone the city. And now I'm living in the 21st century. What a time to be alive. And it seems I have your 𝕮𝖎𝖎𝖏𝑠 to thank for it. I'm working as a consultant to the Faculty of Classics at Cambridge University, helping fill the odd gap in their knowledge. Not that I need the money, but I do love being around enlightened minds again. My sincere thanks once again.
Some soiree, innit?
Of course, Decius is chilling.
Oh, hello at last. You must be the oracle I've heard so much about. I'm Decius. Listen, I wanted to express my sincere appreciation for what you did. If it wasn't for you, I'd never been able to sell all those useless old relics I accumulated. Whatever you did in that temple made me a very wealthy man. Thank you. Most gracious of you. I took the money I made from selling my trinkets and started investing in the stock market. That's where the real money is now. In fact, I was hoping to ask your advice, you being the oracle and future seer and all that, on which stocks I should invest in next. I can't decide between fossil fuels, tobacco, gambling and arms. What would you recommend? Oh, don't be like that. You can tell your old pal Decius. I won't take no for an answer. Oh, of course, yeah. I was just thinking the same thing. I'll go home and buy up as much stock as I can tonight. I'm gonna make a bloody fortune. Of course, don't let me keep you. Thanks again for the tips, my friend.
Sure.
Good evening.
Octavia.
Oh, hello. It's lovely to meet you. I've heard so much about you.
I'm thankful that you're here. I was sure the person who drove off the last
Good
pagan
evening.
god would have more important things to do than visit the likes of us. But thank you for coming and for saving our lives. What you did was extraordinary, and I'll never forget it. I'm living in Rome again, in a charming little flat by the Tiber, not far from my old place. Oh, and I'm training to be a crisis counselor. After you sent Galerius to persuade Ulpius not to take his own life, I was inspired. I just want to spend the rest of my life helping people, like you helped him.
That's a good cause.
Thank you. That means a lot.
These people are so pure. It's
And
great.
you. Oh, and I hope this isn't too forward, but some of us are going out for a drink after this, if you'd like to join us.
Oh, absolutely.
Wonderful. I'll see you soon.
I'm going to be everywhere with you guys.
Greetings.
Hey.
Thank you for your kind words and for liberating us all. In all the time I was in the underworld, I never once imagined that I might end up in a place so much like Elysium. I'm recovering. Octavia was kind enough to let me stay with her for a while, at least until I'm well enough to be independent again. Ah, you remember that. I'm a little tired of Ovid, but that's all right. I have 2,000 years worth of poetry to catch up on now. I'm already up to the 19th century, and am quite enjoying the work of a fellow named Poe.
Poe, yes.
I think I may have found a kindred spirit. Men have called me mad, but the question is not yet settled whether madness is or is not the loftiest
I know the rest.
intelligence.
I know that reference. That's Telltale Heart. I know that reference.
And you. Farewell, friend.
Telltale Heart reference. Gosh.
It is an honor to finally meet you, Oracle.
You tried to shoot me.
You know my name?
Yeah, we did.
Of course. You are an Oracle. You know many things. I too would like to offer my thanks for releasing us from that place, and for your role in bringing us here. This world is truly wondrous. For a time, I returned to Alexandria, but they have no need of another fisherman, and I came to see there is nothing for me there. Instead, I have decided to follow the custom of your youths and backpack the world. It is a great adventure, and I have met many people from many cultures. I spent the first 25 years of my life avoiding the 42 sins that would deny me access to the afterlife. Now, I think
That was Edgar Allan Poe that you referenced. Edgar Allan Poe wrote The Telltale Heart. That is by him.
Indeed. Thank you, Oracle.
Hello there.
Hey.
Oh, I go by Gabriella now. I didn't want to be reminded of that monster every time I heard my own name. You didn't hear? My adoptive father, Sentius, locked me up in the upper cistern to stop me from escaping.
Oh, I know.
After you drove Pluto off, 𝕱𝖓𝖓 came and released me, and that monster got what was coming to him. I'm living with Ulpius on a little vineyard in Umbria. It's even more wonderful than I dreamed it would be. I'm so grateful to you for making sure he's still with us. If you're ever passing through the region, I hope you'll come and visit us. You can try some of our very own wine. Thanks. You too.
I know a
Nice
lot
to
of his
finally
works.
Put a face to the name. I'm Ulpius.
A lot of his works.
I understand I have you to thank for sending Galerius to save my life. The way you just showed up out of the blue and stopped me from making a terrible mistake, I'll be forever in your debt. I'm living with Gabriella in Umbria. We finally bought the little vineyard we always dreamed of. It'll be a little while before we know what we're doing, but every day I look at her and this extraordinary new world with all its beauty, and I think, what if I'd given up hope and missed out on all of this? So we're living each day to the fullest. And we end them all the same way, sitting together on our terrace with a glass of our wine, which the locals say is almost drinkable now, and watching the sunset over the rolling hillside.
Such a romantic. Such a romantic.
Couldn't be happier. Thank you. I wouldn't be here without you. You too.
This is nice. Rufus.
Evening.
You're the best.
Nice to meet you. I go by Rufus now. New start, new name. Oh, and thanks, by the way, for what you did. Sorry, I'm no good with the mushy stuff. I live with Virgil in Rotterdam, not far from where he grew up. It's very modern. Destroyed in the war, and it rebuilt itself. Good place for a fresh start. Haven't decided what I'm going to do with my life yet. One adjustment at a time. Good to know. Anyway, it was good practice for the new world. Security cameras and smartphones everywhere.
Yep.
Got to stay vigilant. You too. Look us up next time you're in the Netherlands. We're grateful.
Virgil.
It's so nice to finally meet you.
I want to cry a little bit.
I've heard
It's nice.
so much about you.
It feels
I wanted
great.
to thank you personally for getting us out of there. And for helping Rufus come to terms with himself. He may come off a little gruff, but once you get past that, he's a lovely fellow.
Yeah, he is. He's great.
I'm studying to be an architect again, and living with Rufus in our beautiful flat in Rotterdam, just down the river from Nijmegen, where I grew up. Of course, it's improved immensely since I was there last. Gleaming futuristic buildings and clean streets full of educated, accepting people. You natives of the 21st century have no idea how fortunate you are. You too, as Rufus said in his own laconic way, if you're ever in the Netherlands, we'd love to show you around. It's the least we could do.
Somebody excavated this entire thing. I find that hard to believe, but okay.
There you are. I hope you enjoyed that. Now, there's one more person I wanted to introduce you to. I think you know her.
Sorry if I frightened you. Just a little joke I've been saving for a long, long time. Allow me to introduce myself properly. I am Proserpina, former goddess of the cycle of life and renewal, and now a regular mortal. I wanted to meet you in person, and thank you for freeing all these people, and me. I hate to think what would have happened to us without your intervention. Indeed. Suffice it to say that while Pluto was controlling the eyes and ears of each golden statue, I was able to control their tongues and whisper to you when he was distracted. I am sorry my messages were so cryptic. There were only ever brief windows in which I could speak to you without being detected. I did. I may have given up my immortality, but I still retain my gifts as the goddess of the cycle of life and renewal. After witnessing Pluto punish countless poor souls over thousands of years, I knew this generation, the final wave, would not survive. So I tried to give them a way to buy more time. A second chance. Rather, as many second chances as they needed to avoid his wrath. So I whispered to Sentius in secret, telling him the prayer required to create a portal in my shrine. I knew the danger of humans being corrupted by godly power, and so I put a safeguard in place. I required the creator of the portal to sacrifice their own life, so that it could only be used selflessly to help others. What I did not anticipate is that Sentius would retain his accumulated memories from each previous day, and as a veteran soldier he had long since shed his fear of death. He quickly discovered that he could, in effect, prolong his own life indefinitely by exploiting the cycle. Of course, once I had taught him the prayer, I could not unteach him, and there was little I could do but wait for someone like you to come along and see him for what he was. We were all fortunate you came along when you did. I did, after which he quickly, of course, we were all... I don't know what happened to him. I haven't heard from him, and I rather hope it stays that way. Oh, she inherited dominion over the underworld. Last time we spoke, she was working on a new world of some kind. She wouldn't say what it was, but I'd be surprised if you don't run into her again. I imagine we all will, one day. And you, although it feels like I've known you forever. Oh, and one last thing. Do you remember all those golden statues scattered throughout the city? Good, because they remember you. Well done, my friend. Of all the heroes who ever journeyed to the underworld and returned, none came close to achieving what you did. Hercules, Orpheus, Theseus, and Aeneas would be proud.
Good. I can pee up here. Alright, I'm done. It's over. If you guys want to see the other endings, I did two endings. If you guys want to see any of the others, you can look them up yourselves. But that was the Forgotten City. A fun game. It does get a little tedious though, because you kind of... Because eventually it does get tiring, but it's a great game. There's a lot of philosophy, a lot of puzzles, a lot of trying to... a great whodunit. It's a good time. A good game to play. Yeah. So thank you all for being here, Trenchcoat. Thank you for being here for every stream, and I hope you're here for the ones to come. I really do, because you're fun to have around. You're good company. I hope you rewatched the debate I had with Hades. It was epic. I kind of followed a walkthrough to get through it because I didn't feel like trying again and again and again anymore. I was just done with it. But I had fun. This was great. So I'll see you all Monday.